Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the next reaction to Series 3 of the 100. Last episode we lost Lincoln, which really affected me. Like, I didn't expect to. My plan that day was to record a couple, like one more after that. But after that episode was done, I was just like, I'm out. I'm done for now. I can't watch another one today. I just don't have the emotional stability for that. It really affected me. I think it's because it was really sad when Lex died as well. So they were both really sad deaths. But with Lincoln, for me, there was a couple of things that made it so sad, which was, one, he's been in it since the beginning. I've loved his character since the beginning. I like Ricky Whittle as an actor, not just because he's beautiful, but I like the character. I like Lincoln from the very start when he came into it as the grounder that was like falling in love with Octavia. So I liked his character from the beginning, even though in Series 3 he's not had as much to do. Although one of my patrons did tell me that there was things going on behind the scenes which might have led to that, but I don't know the full story. And also, with him and Octavia, they were like the only couple that I really rooted for, which we'll get into in a second. But yeah, I really rooted for them. I thought they were like end game. And I assumed that the end of the show would probably end up with them together. They'll have struggles along the way, but they were like that one true pairing from the beginning that would last towards the end. Because there is other couples like Clark and Lexa, which I liked as a couple, although I thought from a political point of view there was a lot of issues with that, which they didn't have time to resolve, obviously, because she died. I know there's a lot of people who love Clark and Bellamy. I personally haven't seen enough of them together to think of them as a couple. I could see why there's potential, but I also think they've not really developed anything yet for them to be like something one I root for. Other couples, obviously Jasper's girlfriend's died. Raven and Finn didn't go anywhere. Raven and what was that guy called? He was in it for a couple episodes. Wick. He didn't go anywhere. Abby and the Kane has just started. I'm not a huge fan of that particularly. There's not many couples. Even Miller and his boyfriend, they're on opposite sides of the Pike situation. There's no couples at the moment I'm really rooting for. So the one couple that I did root for has now ended. And I'm pissed. I was just really angry. I hate Pike. I've hated him since day one. And the more I watch him, the more I hate him. And he's finally taken out someone. Like, we knew he was building up to something really bad. I just didn't know what that was going to be. And the fact that it was killing off Lincoln, I'm not cool with. Because he's one of my favourite characters. He's been, I think, in the top tier on both of my rankings that I've done, I think. But I'm interested to see how this affects the status quo of the camp and how people react to it, because it's taking it to a step that he hasn't took it to so far. While he has gone out and executed grounders that were outside the camp, which was bad, really bad, killing someone that's in the camp, fair enough, he's going to use the excuse of treason, trying to escape, whatever, but that's a different kettle of fish, you know. So I'm intrigued to see where this episode goes. This episode is called Fallen. Again, I presume it's dealing with Lincoln, his death, and how it's affected Octavia, because you saw right at the end she was crying, but then that look washed over her face, which was fantastic, where she was like, I am gonna hook you up. You could see it in her eyes, she was like out for blood, so probably gonna deal with the fallout of that. Maybe more Antari stuff, because she is killing kids all over the place to try and get ahead. And maybe we're gonna see Clark and that get to Luna. Let's just jump into the episode, guys, and see what trauma awaits me of this episode. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know down below in the comments what you thought, and subscribe to my channel for the rest of Series 3. And if you're interested in watching the full reaction to this episode, as well as a few in advance, there's a Patreon link down below. Let's jump into Series 3, Episode 10, Fallen. I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for this. I'm fine. We're okay. He's gone. Had a couple of days to grieve. Oh, Kane's like, you helped him. Not to kill Lincoln, but
Pike put a bullet in his brain.
Oh, I am so sorry.
good on you all.
Octavia, that's enough.
Kane, stay out of this.
I think it helps her. He knows that. And whilst he didn't kill Lincoln, he helped Pike get to the top. Oh, Octavia.
You did to me.
God. What I thought was going to happen, she was going to like, beat him up and then like break down. You know, he helped her get her grief out a little bit, get her anger out, and that she'd break down and they would hug. Apparently not. But I can't blame her for feeling that way at all. I'm so disappointed with Bellamy for what he's helped get Pike get to.
How long is this going to be necessary?
Rowan said not to let you out of my sight until he got back.
We're on the 50th floor. Where am I going to go? Look, I'm just saying a real commander wouldn't be afraid.
I am a real commander.
Technically, you're not.
Bilag bitte sich hast du you gunplay?
She will be there soon.
Is it because she doesn't have the chip, she doesn't have
Why are you in chains?
the knowledge
It is a good
for
push.
the Ascension ritual?
Where is Master Titus?
Titus left. So you can't just go around killing your ambassadors. What did he want you to do?
That's why she's a bad leader.
Cite the lineage. The names of all past commanders. It marks the start of a new commander's reign.
Uh-huh.
And how are you going to do that?
But she can't.
Tesla, you're only dotted on the sensory overload. Can't block me out.
He's home by horror.
Oh.
I'm in you now.
Tell me, is there a bomb in Gilead? Tell me. I implore.
Tell me, I implore. Evermore.
I mean, good on her for trying so hard.
Will it work?
Of course not.
We took away her pain, Jasper. We saved her, just like we can save you.
Last chance before I call the guards and I have them move you away from my patient's door.
Ugh, she's back.
I'm back in. Sensory stimulation at the level required to force me out is unsustainable. Leave me alone!
I love Raven. We fell out of love a little bit in series 2, me and you. I think we're back on track now. We're back on track.
Smile like I just made a joke. You need to go right now.
How does he know? Did you tell him?
Don't go back to your room.
Did you tell Pike?
Bi-
Can I hug you?
It's funny because she's telling him to be like,
Can't look like goodbye.
she's telling him to like, play it cool, but she's like,
Go.
I like that she's helping him. End of story. Just hope he gets out okay.
If Bellamy says it's true and she's dead, how do we know the next commander will honor them? One problem at a time.
I don't think Ontario will.
Clark. With Lexicon, she's not safe for all of us.
Clark made her choice. The only thing that matters now is killing Pike.
Bellamy, are you there?
Monty.
It's Kane. What's wrong?
Pike knows that I helped you get out.
Can you get to the dropship?
I think so.
Good.
Go there. I'll bring you in. Stay off the radio.
Over now.
I love his hair.
Hold on. What if it's a trap and Pike's waiting?
Just a big Lego head of hair.
I'm going alone.
It's a good plan. He stays chained. Gag him.
Sir, with all due respect,
He's the enemy. Do what I said.
He made his choice. I'm not gonna get hate for that kind of approach, but Bellamy made his choice.
Free will is the problem. I told you, we have to get around it.
Around it how?
Give Raven back her pain. Remind her what life was like without you.
You're suggesting
Pain
I
is
coerce complicity.
awful, but you needed.
And once we give consent and take the key, we're yours. Tools to be used to accomplish our mission.
I designed them. I know how they work.
And you know they have a transponder. All we have to do is reverse it, and then we can send an energy pulse into my brain. If I'm right, it will fry whatever A.L.I.E put in there without damaging the tissue.
If you're wrong.
If I was wrong, A.L.I.E wouldn't be looking at me right now like I just stole her favorite toy.
God, how long ago was it that the wristbands?
She's here.
Dropship.
I can see her.
That little camp they had with the grounders outside in
Why?
the trees. God.
With everything that I can do for you, why would you do this?
Because you stole my memories, you crazy bitch!
Are there any wristbands left?
Sure, we made more than we needed.
Tell him to stay. Tell him you changed your mind.
No! No!
Yes, Raven. You bad.
Sorry for this.
Oh, she's giving her the pain back. Okay.
What's wrong? Raven, talk to me. Her heart's racing. We need to get her to medical.
Jasper, go. Get that thing quickly.
Raver stick. Jackson!
I guess it's like experiencing it all over again, which is...
I can make it stop. I can lead you back to the city
Oh,
of
God.
light. All you have to do is submit.
Yes, it's a man!
Oh,
Please!
damn it.
Please!
What the hell is wrong with you?
She was doing so well. Alright, Michael Myers, what are you doing?
I have full access to Raven's synaptic network.
Oh, Jesus.
She's ours.
What?
Maybe I was wrong. Okay, I'm guessing that's know the names of the dead commanders. You actually have to be one. You gotta get the flame.
You're guessing? The ambassadors are expecting me.
Well, you should have thought about this before you cut off everyone's head to take over.
Seems a bit excessive.
I won the conclave. The ambassadors don't get to judge me, and neither did you!
Oh,
You're right.
go away.
You're right, we don't.
You don't deserve it 'cause you had a hard
Rowan
life.
does, and we can use that.
Bitch.
What are you talking about?
Rowan, he's got you doing everything all wrong. You're hiding.
I'm not hiding. I'm waiting for him to return with the flame.
And what if he doesn't? The longer we wait, the harder it's gonna be to convince the ambassadors that you're the real thing.
Get up! Get up! No! Jonathan, don't do this!
This is so weird because in camp they've got Pike, who's capturing people, putting people in prisons, blah blah blah. And now we've got Jahad from the same thing, and A.L.I.E in that. Okay. Who else is it? Oh.
I'm sorry.
Let him go, Pike! Can't do that. One at their feet. Now you. What are you doing? One in the girl's leg.
You even try it.
All the others are in a cave not far from you.
This has got to be a plan. I don't think, after everything that Bellamy's just put
I
them
don't know
through,
the coordinates, but I can take you there.
he's up to something. He's got to be up to something. I'm sticking to that. I am burying my head in the sand, and he is helping them. He wouldn't, after Lincoln died, he would not do that to Octavia. As much as I think Bellamy has been a grade A tosser this season, he wouldn't do that to Octavia.
Tell you what.
I'll make you the same promise I made to Monty's mother. Immunity from all past actions, but if she screws up again...
Oh, she won't.
Oh.
I'll make sure of it. My sister, my responsibility.
Important quote.
As doctors, it's our job to relieve suffering. Shouldn't you be?
What was your mother talking about, Jackson?
Mary Jackson died in her son's arms after suffering a terrible illness.
Who am I talking to?
She's creepy.
It's A.L.I.E, right? I want to talk to Raven.
Raven's in the City of Light.
She's so
All you
creepy.
have to do to see
I really like the voice is great.
Abby, you've stopped us for too long. We need you to tell the people it's safe. What we're doing is too important.
What you're doing is stealing people's minds.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
If you want to save Raven, all you have to do is take the key.
Spit it out, spit it out, spit it. No, no, she hasn't done it yet. She hasn't done it yet. She hasn't done it yet. I don't think. Maybe she has. I was hoping she had some trick up her sleeve, but A.L.I.E seemed happy, so
I am the last leader.
she must have done it.
Chona mesai himbrio.
Master Uzak demanded that he see you.
Oh. Oh, that guy.
Yes. But in the throne room. Not here.
You'd like to hear the lineage?
Yes.
No.
Your reign cannot begin until you...
My reign has already begun. I am the last nut bleeder, heir to Becca Bromhedda. I triumphed in the conclave, and you are my subjects.
We will be your subjects after you recite the lineage.
Ew, yeah, someone's definitely been watching Game of Thrones. I don't know, yeah, it's just like, she's one of those people that she feels like she has a right to be in charge because she killed her way to the top. I don't like that.
We talked about restraint.
She'd follow none of the rituals.
Next time I'll be more specific.
The blockade! Anybody got eyes? I got nothing. Back to higher ground! Drop your weapon. What the hell are you doing? Drop your weapon!
Okay, come on.
We bring you Chancellor Pike, the Sky People. Oh, translate.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, don't stop her. Why did you stop her?
The Grounders are gonna need him alive.
Oh, no.
They didn't get justice for Finn.
But...
We won't get away with that again.
Oh, okay, I was going to say. They did that. Yeah, I was going to say they did it for Finn, why not again? But I suppose it was like a...
Where are you taking me?
Extreme circumstance. Ooh.
To the new commander.
May I join you?
Oh, God! What if he joins forces with the new commander somehow? Oh, God, then I'm really going to be pissed off.
Did you do this for your sister? Or because it was the right thing to do?
You're welcome.
It matters. Until you see that, we'll still be lost.
Well, at least he did something right.
Just today and just down.
Oh.
How about now?
Now I'm a little less hurt.
And a little more turned on.
Wait. There's somebody else. Okay, I'm sorry.
Is she a commander too?
Nope. Things I do to survive.
I took one myself. Everything that Thelonious said is true.
Oh, God. That's not just Jasper on his own now.
You're not gonna...
I didn't do anything. I'm sorry if I frightened you today.
I don't understand. You were just begging us to get that thing out of your head.
You can finally see for yourself.
Don't do it, Jasper.
All you have to do is...
Oh, nice.
He's taking Raven.
But nice to see Jasper being like the hero. Or attempting to be. Nice. Oh? Clark, ruining stuff as always! Get out of the way! Nick Clark, bloody get in and stop ruining stuff! This is not the time! Come on, Jasper. That's the first time I've said that in a long time. If ever.
As soon as Raven wakes, and I see her surroundings, we'll find them.
When we do,
Blindfolder.
we'll find the rest of their friends.
Good. Now that Arcadia has fallen, we'll move on to stage 2.
Episode title. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, guys, that was my reaction to Series 3, Episode 11, Fallen. And that was good. That was really good. It was the first episode, probably again in a while, that I've not walked away from crying, upset about a character's death, really annoyed with Pike and stuff. So, which storyline should we talk about first? Let's do the Pike one first. I feel like this is probably a turning point for Bellamy, I hope. I said that a couple episodes ago, and I still stick to that Pike took things too far, and Bellamy finally realised when he'd sentenced people to death that he was on the wrong side. And do I blame people for holding that against him? Not even remotely, because it's not... I know people say, well, Bellamy didn't do this. Bellamy didn't kill Lincoln. No, he didn't. But the people that support Pike and get him into power and help him with his plans and wiping out 300, they're all boosting him up to be in a position where he can do this stuff and get away with it. And so Octavia saying Bellamy's dead to me and people holding it against him, I don't blame them at all. I would do the same thing, even though he wasn't the one that pulled the trigger against Lincoln. But luckily, Octavia beating him up helped him again go further along that path of redemption, I suppose, as he helped them capture Pike to give to the Grounders. Now, I still stand by what I said before, because this is episode 10, so I think I said 11 before, and we've got 6 episodes to go. I definitely still worry that Pike's situation is long from over, for a couple of reasons. One, because there's still a lot of people at camp that support him. Monty's mum, and all the other people. I don't really know any names of anyone. I don't even know Monty's mum's name, but that lot are still there, which we'll get to because the A.L.I.E stuff's crazy. But there's that. But also because Antari's in charge and she's a lunatic. But I just have a bad feeling that her and Pike are going to work together somehow. I mean, I hope not. I don't want her to kill him because I want Octavia to kill him. I really want Octavia to kill him. But I have this bad feeling that they're going to work together and somehow launch a war against the 13th Clan or the Sky Crew, whatever. And that worries me. But for now, he's captured and been given to the Grounders. It's funny because Octavia wants to kill him. I would have liked that at this point. But Kane did make a point, like, they did it for Finn. They let you kill Finn, or let Clark kill Finn. And they accepted that as just, like, it was justified or whatever. And it stopped the war. But that was Lecter's choice, and it's unlikely they're going to have to do that again. So Kane did the right thing by stopping her, but I'm very nervous about where that's going to go. I don't see it being good, because the villains in the 100 seem to get pretty far before they're hopefully stopped at the end. In terms of Antari, I still don't really take to her. I don't know why, because she is brutal. And that scene when she was pulling Murphy along with the chain, I was like, yes, queen. I would do the same thing. You know? If I had Murphy on a chain in my room, enough said about that. Let's put that to one side. But I just don't like how she's got to the top, because it's not that she killed all the kids, but it's like the whole, I'm not doing the rituals, I'm the commander, I'm not doing this, I'm in charge, do what I say, or I'm going to kill you. And it's like, frustrating. I guess it's frustrating because I don't like the character. If I liked her, I might be more like, yeah, Queen, you do it your way, because I don't take to her yet. It's just frustrating to watch her push her way to the top with force rather than because she earned it. She said, I had a hard life, ripped away from my parents, blah, blah, blah. Right, sad backstory, fine. But that doesn't give you the right to do what you've done. And just because you've had a backstory that's sad, that doesn't mean you're any more justified to be in charge than anyone else. Like, you might have had issues with how Lexa ran the place, but she was fair. She didn't just kill people willy-nilly, and she didn't kill kids to get to the top. So Antari, I'm just not on board with yet. So if her and Pike team up, I'm going to be like, oh, kill me now. Okay, the A.L.I.E stuff. A lot happened with the A.L.I.E stuff this episode again. We're getting a lot of progress. Oh, God, right. So Raven, I felt really bad for Raven because they gave her a pain back. And it's weird because they're giving her all this emotional pain back and memories that she's been through. But it was like it was affecting her there and then. It was like she was feeling that pain again. But like if I forgot about being beaten up when I was in school or whatever, and I remembered it again, I wouldn't feel that pain again, physically, maybe emotionally. So it's weird how it affected her so drastically to the point where she succumbed to A.L.I.E and let her take over her whole brain synapses and all that stuff. It's really strange how that happens. It reminded me of, if you ever watch Angel, when the certain characters get visions on Angel, they do that screaming, and there's a scene where one character gets like inundated with all these visions of people in stress, in pain, in whatever, and she's like in a hospital because she's constantly in pain, screaming around, and it really reminded me of that, and they had the same sort of visual effect. But it was weird how that kind of affected her. Yeah, I really enjoyed that portrayal, and I thought she did a really good job of playing Ellie, but also Raven, And yeah, it's good to see Jasper as like the hero, because he's someone that I've not really liked that much since Series 1. Especially in Series 2, I had a lot of issues with him. Start of Series 3, a lot of issues with him. It's nice to see him being the one that's chosen to be like the hero character, at least trying to be. And it was exciting to see him trying to save the day. He seems to be doing something really sensible. Raven seems to be the only one that has broken through, so maybe there's a chance to save her again. The scene at the end was good. Clark turning up again, I'm fine with, because as many issues as I have with her character, she needs to be in the show. But the fact that she was like in front of the truck and like, right, get out of the way, and then she was in the truck going, I need to see Lincoln. Fine. But Jasper's like, Lincoln's dead. What do you mean Lincoln's dead? Blah, 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 blah. Like, clearly, Jasper was in a situation where he's like, I need to get out of here. For the fact that you saw him drive through the fence of the camp, just shut up and let him drive. So, yeah, I understand it was TV logic, but it was really frustrating to watch. But she's now gone away with him, which is cool. She's seen that the camp is now overrun by A.L.I.E, which is my point about the Pike situation. I find it really odd. So Pike's got all these people that support him. I've got him to the top. But there's also the whole storyline with A.L.I.E going on in the same camp. It's weird that the storylines haven't really crossed that much, considering how much of a force A.L.I.E seems to have become, especially in this episode, and how big of a force Pike was. We don't see a lot of people that support Pike, but want A.L.I.E or an A.L.I.E's City of Light brigade. It seems like they're very separated, which I find it a little unrealistic writing-wise, that the paths haven't crossed. I mean, I'm sure it will happen over the next few episodes as we build towards the finale, but they've painted such a big divide between the two storylines that obviously Abby and all that lot are dealing with the A.L.I.E storyline. We haven't seen like Monty's mum become part of the A.L.I.E team. We haven't seen Pike or Bellamy or Monty. That was all kept to the Pike stuff, whereas like Raven, Jasper, that was all on the A.L.I.E stuff. So I'd be interested to see when they start crossing over a bit more, because like I say, it's a little hard to believe that in a camp that there is a lot of people in that camp, but it's not the biggest camp in the entire world, that there's two such separate, well, three, because you've got the people who don't support Pike as well. Well, they're all out of camp now, but like last episode there was the people who don't support Pike, people who do support Pike, and there was the A.L.I.E storyline going on. It was unusual and a bit far-fetched that they didn't cross over, but I'm sure they will moving forward. But yeah, I had a good time this episode. It's kind of spooky to see all the people following A.L.I.E. Like, we've got Abby now on the team. Raven's fully committed again, even though she was doing such a good job of holding up to it. See, Jaha's still just the leader of it, technically. But it's funny because I can't hate Jaha, because it's not Jaha. As soon as he took that chip, she stepped in and took over and brainwashed him and made him forget memories and mess with his brain. So it's not really Jaha that's the problem. It's this chip, but Raven's the only one that's been strong enough to stand up to it. I'm excited to see that goes. Yeah, I enjoyed this episode. It was good. Some frustrations, again, but not as frustrating as a lot of episodes have been recently. So let's see where it takes it next week. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know down below in the comments. As always, my name is Scott. I hope you're taking care of yourselves and staying safe. Subscribe for the rest of Series 3 of the 100. There's a Patreon link down below if you want to support the channel. And thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all soon for the next episode. Bye, guys.